All right, everyone, get ready because today we are going deep on the perfect 3-day trip to Machu Picchu.
Machu Picchu, that legendary lost city of the Incas.
High in the Peruvian Andes, it's a place that just, it captures the imagination.
It does, and there is so much to learn about it. But
Right.
don't worry, we've got you covered. We've got all the essential information, all the fascinating stories.
Right.
We're going to make this a trip that you will never forget.
So before we even get into the itinerary, can you just set the scene for us?
Sure, so imagine the Peruvian Andes.
Okay.
Okay, lush green valley called the Urubamba Valley.
Okay.
And kind of nestled and clinging to a mountain ridge is this city shrouded in mist, Machu Picchu.
Whoa.
It's a place that feels like it's suspended between heaven and earth, built by the Inca civilization way back in the 15th century. And actually, get this, it was abandoned before the Spanish conquest ever even reached it.
Oh, wow. So it was hidden.
It was hidden for centuries. It was actually only rediscovered in 1911.
Wow.
It's incredible. Just imagine all the secrets those walls hold.
Yeah, it's no wonder it's the most important Inca site. I mean, it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, too.
Absolutely it is.
So, okay, we've arrived. It's day 1. Where do we even begin?
Okay, so first things first, you're going to fly into Lima,
Okay.
Peru's capital city.
Great.
Vibrant city. And from there, you're going to hop on a domestic flight to Cusco.
Okay.
The ancient heart of the Inca Empire.
Amazing.
Now, Cusco itself sits over 11,000 feet above sea level.
Whoa, okay, so altitude sickness, we've got to talk about that.
Yeah, that's something to keep in mind, for sure. You really want to take it easy that first day.
Right.
Just wander through the streets, maybe grab a coffee in the Plaza de Armas,
Okay.
and let your body adjust.
I like it. Yeah, just taking the atmosphere.
Absolutely, and there's plenty of atmosphere to take in it. Cusco is a feast for the senses,
Oh, yeah.
The colorful textiles, the aroma of Peruvian spices. You're going to hear traditional Andean music everywhere you go. It's amazing.
So what else should we be sure to see while we're in Cusco?
Well, one thing you absolutely shouldn't miss is the Coricancha.
Coricancha.
Coricancha, yeah. This was once the most important temple in the Inca Empire dedicated to Inti, the sun god.
Wow.
And today it's this fascinating blend of Inca and Spanish colonial architecture because, of course, the Spanish came later.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, it's a really interesting site.
That's going on the itinerary for sure.
Excellent.
Okay, so day 2, we're acclimatized, we're ready to go. What adventure awaits?
All right, if you're ready for a truly mind-blowing experience,
I am.
we're going to Sacsayhuaman.
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 Okay.
It's a mouthful.
Yeah.
But it's an incredible Inca fortress just outside of Cusco, built with these massive stone walls that fit together with unbelievable precision. We're talking no mortar.
Right.
Just sheer ingenuity, incredible craftsmanship.
How is that even possible?
I know you'll be left wondering how on earth they managed to create something so impressive.
Okay, so Sacsayhuaman, what else is nearby?
Well, there's another site called Cunco. Can't go. Yeah, and this one is really an enigma even to archaeologists.
Really?
It's this fascinating complex of carved rock formations, underground chambers, winding passageways. They believe it was a place of ritual and ceremony.
Oh, wow.
The exact purpose is still shrouded in mystery.
That is so cool. Okay, so we've got these incredible sites, but I feel like I need to understand more about the bigger picture,
Right. Absolutely.
to really appreciate it. So, where can we dive into Inca history and culture a bit more?
You're absolutely right. You need that context, and that's where the Inca Museum in Cusco comes in.
Okay.
It's a fantastic museum with an incredible collection of artifacts, textiles, artwork that will really shed light on the beliefs and practices of the Inca people.
So we can kind of understand the people behind these incredible sites.
Exactly, and their daily life as well.
Awesome. Okay, so we've done all that exploring. We need some souvenirs now, right?
Of course, what's a trip without souvenirs?
Exactly.
And for that, you've got to head to the San Blas neighborhood. It's known for its narrow, winding streets, artisan workshops, traditional craft shops.
Cute.
You'll find everything from hand-woven textiles to intricate silver jewelry to colorful ceramics. It's just a really charming place to find a treasure that will remind you of your trip.
That's great. Okay, so now I'm ready. Day 3, the main event. We're finally going to see Machu Picchu.
All right. The journey itself is an adventure.
Ooh, tell me more.
You're going to take a scenic train ride from either Cusco or the nearby town of Ollantaytambo, and it'll take you right through the heart of the Sacred Valley.
The Sacred Valley? Okay, I've heard of this, but like, what is it?
So the Sacred Valley was basically the heartland of the Inca Empire, and it's this stunningly beautiful valley carved by the Urubamba River.
Wow.
Fertile farmland, picturesque villages, ancient Inca ruins scattered throughout the landscape is just breathtaking.
Oh, I can't wait. So we're taking in all that beauty, and then we arrive at
Aguascalientes.
Aguascalientes,
Yeah.
also known as Machu Picchu Pueblo. It's this bustling little town right at the foot of Machu Picchu,
Okay.
and it's your gateway to the lost city. Okay, we're in Aguascalientes.
Yeah.
The anticipation is killing me.
Yeah.
How do we actually get up to Machu Picchu?
All right, you have two options from Aguascalientes.
Okay, I'm ready.
Option one, you can take a bus, which winds its way up a steep, narrow road.
Okay, option 2.
Option two, we hike.
Yes, tell me we hike.
We hike the final stretch of the legendary Inca Trail.
What?
This is a network of ancient pathways that once connected the entire Inca Empire.
Oh my gosh, I'm already feeling adventurous, but I'm also thinking not everyone can do a multi-day trek, right?
You are absolutely right.
Okay.
And that's the beauty of it. Whether you choose the ease of the bus ride or the challenge of the hike, that first glimpse of Machu Picchu is going to be equally magical.
So let's say we are feeling adventurous, we want to hike. Tell me about the Inca Trail.
Okay, the Inca Trail, this is like bucket list stuff for so many people.
Yeah.
But it's not a decision to be taken lightly.
Okay.
This is a challenging multi-day trek.
Right.
We're talking high altitudes, rugged terrain. It's not a walk in the park.
So we need to be prepared.
You need to be prepared, absolutely.
Okay, what's like the most important thing to keep in mind if we're thinking about doing this?
Well, first and foremost, you need to be physically prepared.
Okay.
We're talking about hiking for several days, covering some serious elevation gain. Be honest with yourself about your fitness level and
Perfect.
prepare accordingly.
So like train before you go.
Exactly. Train before you go. And also the Peruvian government, they strictly regulate access to the Inca Trail.
Okay.
So you will need permits.
Permits.
Yes, and you need to book them well in advance, often months ahead of your trip, because they limit the number of hikers on the trail each day.
So is that for like preservation or?
It's for preservation. It's to protect the site and the surrounding environment.
Smart. Okay,
Yeah.
so permits, we've got that. What else should we be thinking about?
Well, choosing the right time of year is crucial.
Okay.
The dry season, which runs from May to September, offers the best weather conditions for hiking. You want to avoid the rainy season, can make the trail very slippery and even dangerous.
So dry season, May to September. Okay, got it.
Mm-hmm.
What about packing essentials? What do we absolutely need?
All right, comfortable hiking boots are non-negotiable, and I cannot stress this enough. Break them in before you go.
Ouch. Yeah, blisters.
Blisters are the worst.
Yeah, okay, so broken in boots. What else?
Packing for all kinds of weather is key. Even during the dry season, you'll experience sun, rain, chilly nights. So think layers.
Okay.
A good quality rain jacket is essential, along with a waterproof backpack cover to keep your belongings dry.
Smart. Okay, so we've got layers, rain gear, anything else?
Trekking poles can be a lifesaver, especially in those steep descents.
Okay.
And don't underestimate the power of a good headlamp or flashlight. Some sections of the trail can be pretty dark, especially if you're starting your hike early in the morning to catch that sunrise at the sun gate.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Yeah.
All right, I'm feeling prepared what awaits us within those ancient walls.
I think what awaits you is a sense of wonder, unlike anything you've ever experienced. Whether you arrive through the sun gate, bathed in that golden light of dawn, or by bus, that first glimpse of Machu Picchu is going to stay with you forever.
I bet. But it's more than just a pretty view,
Mhm.
right? There's specific places within Machu Picchu that we should be looking for.
Oh, absolutely. Machu Picchu isn't just a collection of ruins. It's a living testament to the ingenuity and artistry of the Inca people.
Totally.
You'll find temples dedicated to their gods, intricate stonework that just seems to defy gravity.
I've seen pictures.
I know, it's incredible, and agricultural terraces that demonstrate their mastery of engineering and sustainable living.
Yeah, it's like stepping into a lost world.
Yeah.
What are some of the must-sees?
Okay, well, you can't miss the Intihuatana stone. This is thought to have been an astronomical calendar or a sundial.
A sundial.
Yeah, it's perfectly positioned to align with the sun's position on specific dates, showcasing the Incas' deep understanding of celestial movements.
So they weren't just like skilled builders, they were like astronomers.
They were astronomers, they were engineers, they were incredible.
Okay, what else?
The Temple of the Sun,
Ooh.
with its curved wall perfectly aligned with the sun's position during the winter solstice, it's another architectural marvel. And it really showcases their reverence for the sun god Indicori and their ability to integrate their beliefs into their buildings.
I love that. Okay, I've seen pictures of the room with the 3 windows. It looks incredible.
The Room of the 3 Windows is truly a sight to behold. Its large trapezoidal windows frame these breathtaking panoramic views of the surrounding mountains and valleys, and there's a fascinating legend associated with it.
Oh, I love legends. Tell me.
So according to Inca mythology, those 3 windows represent the 3 mythical caves from which the first Inca people emerged.
Oh, wait.
It's the symbolic connection to their origin story, their creation myth.
I'm getting chills. That is amazing. So we're not just exploring a physical site. We're like going deep into their beliefs and stories.
It's more than just stones and mortar. It's a window into a lost world, a place where history and legend intertwine.
All right. We've covered so much in this first part of our Machu Picchu deep dive. We've talked about acclimatizing in Cusco, exploring fascinating Inca sites, and even considered tackling the legendary Inca Trail.
It's a lot to take in.
But there's so much more to discover.
There is. We've only just scratched the surface, so stick with us as we delve deeper into the mysteries of Machu Picchu. We'll uncover more fascinating insights, practical tips, and must-have experiences that will make your trip truly unforgettable.
Stay tuned for part 2, where we'll continue our adventure and explore
the world of Peruvian cuisine.
Yes, get ready to discover the flavors that will make your Machu Picchu journey a feast for all your senses. All right, welcome back, everyone. I am officially starving after all that talk about hiking and ancient ruins, so let's dive into something delicious, Peruvian cuisine.
Oh yeah, you're in for a treat.
I hear it's like a real highlight of any trip to Machu Picchu.
It really is. Peruvian food is just so incredibly diverse and flavorful, you know, blending indigenous ingredients with influences from Spain, Africa, Asia. It's like a culinary adventure in itself.
Okay, I'm ready. What are some must-try dishes?
All right, let's start with a classic, ceviche.
Ceviche, okay.
So imagine this fresh raw fish marinated in this like tangy citrus juices, spiced with ají amarillo peppers, and often served with onions, cilantro, sweet potato. It's just this burst of flavor that will like awaken your senses.
Ooh, that sounds so refreshing, especially after like a long day of exploring.
It is. It is.
Okay, what else should we add to our culinary bucket list?
Okay, so if you're looking for a dish that like blends history and flavor, you've got to try lomo saltado.
Lomo saltado.
Lomo saltado, yeah.
Okay.
This is a stir fry that reflects the fusion of Peruvian and Chinese cultures.
Oh, wow.
So you've got marinated strips of beef, onions, tomato, soy sauce, and wait for it, French fries.
Whoa, French fries in a stir fry. That's a little different.
It might sound strange, but trust me, it works.
Okay.
Those salty, crispy fries, they add this like delightful contrast to the savory beef and the tangy sauce. It's a dish that really tells a story of cultural exchange and culinary innovation.
I'm intrigued. I have to try this. Okay, so we've got ceviche lomo saltado. What about something hearty and comforting?
Okay, you want hearty and comforting. We're going with ají de gallina.
Ají de gallina.
Ají de gallina, yeah. This is a creamy stew made with shredded chicken walnuts, ají amarillo peppers, and it's thickened with breadcrumbs.
Breadcrumbs.
Breadcrumbs. It's kind of a surprise ingredient, but it works.
Okay.
It's served over rice, often garnished with hard-boiled eggs and olives. It's the ultimate comfort food.
I'm getting hungry.
Yeah.
Okay, what about drinks? What should we be sipping on in Peru?
Okay. You cannot go to Peru without trying a pisco sour.
Pisco sour.
It's the national cocktail. It's made with pisco, which is a type of brandy mixed with lime juice, sugar, egg white, and a dash of bitters.
Okay.
It's tangy, it's frothy, it's delicious.
Oh, a pisco sour by the pool overlooking the Andes Mountains. That sounds amazing. Okay. Anything else? Anything else we should try?
If you're looking for a non-alcoholic option, keep an eye out for chicha morada.
Chicha morada.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's this refreshing drink made from purple corn.
Purple corn.
Boiled with pineapple, cinnamon, cloves, and other spices. It's sweet, tangy, and it has this beautiful, deep purple hue.
Okay, so purple corn. Okay, I'm always up for trying something new and local. So, okay, we've got our food and drink game plan down. Let's get back to the heart of our journey. Machu Picchu itself. So what was daily life like for the Inca people who lived there?
That's a great question, and it's one that continues to fascinate archaeologists and historians,
Yeah,
because Machu Picchu wasn't just a city, it was a microcosm of Inca society.
right.
It had distinct social classes, religious practices, and this remarkably sophisticated agricultural system. I mean, they even cultivated terraces on the steep mountain slopes,
Wow.
channeling water for irrigation.
It's just incredible to think about them building this entire city
Right.
with no modern technology, just their knowledge of stonework and astronomy and agriculture.
Absolutely. And those astronomical observations weren't just for show.
Right.
The Inca calendar was intricately linked to the agricultural cycles and their religious ceremonies.
So it's all connected.
It's all connected. They believed that the sun god Inti was their ancestor, and their rulers were considered sons of the sun.
Wow. So that belief system is woven into the very fabric of Machu Picchu.
Exactly.
So were there specific spots within Machu Picchu where we can feel that connection most strongly?
Absolutely. So the Intihuatana stone, which we talked about earlier,
Yes.
that's a prime example. Imagine yourself standing near this intricately carved stone as the sun casts its shadow across that ancient plaza.
Wow.
It's believed to have been used for astronomical observations marking solstices and equinoxes and possibly even ceremonies related to the sun.
I can almost feel the energy of that place.
It's powerful, isn't it?
What about the temples? What can you tell me about that?
Okay, so the Temple of the Sun, this is just a marvel of Inca architecture. It's a testament to their reverence for Inti, the sun god.
Okay.
Its curved wall aligns perfectly with the sun's position during the winter solstice, so it bathes the interior in this golden light.
Oh, wow.
It's really powerful and moving to see.
And the room of the three windows, we talked about the legend behind those windows, but
Yeah.
what was their purpose?
Well, beyond their symbolic significance, the three windows of this chamber, they frame these stunning views of the surrounding mountains and valleys, and they were strategically positioned to allow light to just flood the interior on specific days.
Okay.
Likely during important festivals or ceremonies, it's a reminder that the Inca weren't just skilled builders, they were master storytellers,
Yeah.
weaving their beliefs and history into the very structure of their city.
It makes you wonder what it must have been like to live in this extraordinary place, to experience those rituals and ceremonies firsthand.
Doesn't it? That's the magic of Machu Picchu.
Yeah.
It sparks our imagination and invites us to connect with this culture that thrived centuries ago.
Yeah.
But it also reminds us of the importance of preserving our cultural heritage and protecting these fragile sites for future generations.
Okay, speaking of preserving history, I have to ask about Hiram Bingham,
Hiram Bingham.
the man who rediscovered Machu Picchu for the outside world. What's his story?
So Hiram Bingham was an American explorer and historian.
Okay.
And back in 1911, he set out on this expedition to find this lost city, Vilcabamba, which was the last refuge of the Inca Empire.
Oh, wow.
And he was led to Machu Picchu by local farmers who knew of its existence.
So it wasn't actually lost to the local people.
Not exactly. It had been known to the indigenous population for centuries, but it was Bingham who brought it to the attention of the wider world.
Oh, wow.
His writings and photographs sparked this global interest in Machu Picchu and ultimately led to its recognition as a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the new 7 wonders of the world.
Wow, what a legacy. So, one man's expedition can have such a huge impact on our understanding of history
Absolutely.
and appreciation for these ancient cultures.
And that sense of discovery, it's still alive today.
Yeah.
Every visitor to Machu Picchu becomes an explorer in their own right, piecing together the fragments of history, imagining the lives that were lived amidst those stone walls, and just marveling at the ingenuity and resilience of the Inca people.
Okay, I'm feeling inspired, but before we get totally lost in the mists of time, let's bring it back down to earth and talk about some practical tips for making the most of our trip.
Okay, good idea.
What do we need to know to make sure we have a safe and enjoyable experience?
Okay, so first and foremost, remember that altitude sickness is a real concern. Cusco sits over 11,000 feet above sea level, and Machu Picchu itself is pretty high up too.
Right.
So listen to your body, take it easy that first day, drink plenty of water, and consider taking altitude sickness medication if you're prone to it.
Got it. Listen to our bodies, stay hydrated. What else?
Okay, the weather in the Andes can be unpredictable.
Oh, yeah.
1 minute it's sunny and warm, the next it's pouring rain.
Okay.
So pack for all kinds of weather.
Right, layers, layers.
Exactly. Layers are key. A good quality rain jacket is a must, along with a waterproof backpack cover to keep your belongings dry. And don't forget a hat for sun protection, because the sun can be really intense at high altitudes.
Yeah. Okay, so we got the packing down. What about money matters? What kind of budget should we be thinking about for a trip to Machu Picchu?
It really depends on your travel style and preferences, but in general, Peru is a relatively affordable destination.
Right.
Flights can be a significant expense, of course,
Sure.
but once you're there, accommodation, food, transportation can be quite reasonable.
So we can find options to fit different budgets?
Absolutely. There are accommodations ranging from like budget-friendly hostels to luxurious hotels and restaurants catering to all tastes and price points. And remember, haggling is common in markets. So
Oh,
don't be afraid to negotiate a bit.
good to know. Okay, we have covered so much ground in this second part of our deep dive.
Mhm.
We've explored the amazing world of Peruvian cuisine, delved deeper into the mysteries of Machu Picchu, and even got some practical tips for planning our trip.
We have.
But the adventure isn't over yet.
It's not. There's one more iconic experience we need to talk about, the legendary Inca Trail.
Oh, yes. I am already feeling those butterflies, so stay tuned for part 3 of our Machu Picchu deep dive, where we will lace up our hiking boots and...
Embark on a journey through time, following in the ancient footsteps of the Inca, and culminating in that breathtaking arrival at the Sun Gate of Machu Picchu.
It's an experience you won't want to miss.
Ah!
All right, welcome back, adventurers.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you've got those hiking boots laced up and your backpacks ready, because we are about to embark on the journey of a lifetime, the legendary Inca Trail.
Yes, we are 43 kilometers
Whoa,
through the heart of the Peruvian Andes, a path that the Inca themselves once walked.
that's incredible.
It's a challenge, but the rewards are beyond measure.
Okay, so paint us a picture. What can we expect on this epic journey?
All right, so imagine lush cloud forests.
Okay.
Okay, the air is thick with the scent of orchids. You hear exotic birdsong. You're crossing rushing rivers on these ancient stone bridges. You're climbing through Inca tunnels, and then you're camping under a sky just ablaze with stars.
That sounds magical. And, I know you mentioned that we need permits for the Inca Trail. Why is that?
Well, it's all about preservation, you know?
Right.
The Inca Trail, it's not just a hiking route. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Right.
It's a delicate ecosystem and a sacred path for many people.
Yeah.
So the Peruvian government limits the number of permits issued each day
Okay.
to minimize the impact of tourism and protect this incredible environment.
That makes a lot of sense. So booking in advance is key. Are there any tips on, finding reputable tour operators who prioritize those sustainable practices?
Oh, absolutely. Do your research.
Yeah.
Read reviews. Look for operators who are committed to responsible tourism and who have experienced guides.
Right.
Guides who are knowledgeable about the history, the culture, the ecology of the region. A good guide can really make all the difference.
I bet. Okay, so we've got our permits. We've chosen our operator.
Mm-hmm.
What are the must-haves for this multi-day trek?
Well, we talked about those broken-in hiking boots.
Yes.
Those are essential, but here are a few more things you won't want to leave behind.
Okay.
Okay, so first, remember the weather in the Andes. It can change in an instant.
Yeah, we talked about that.
So pack for all conditions. Layers are key.
Layers check.
You need a moisture-wicking base layer, a warm fleece, a waterproof and breathable outer layer will keep you comfortable no matter what.
Good advice.
Okay. What else? A good quality sleeping bag is essential.
Oh.
For those chilly nights camping under the stars, and don't forget a headlamp or a flashlight. Some sections of the trail can be pretty dark, especially if you're starting early to catch that sunrise at the Sun Gate.
Yeah, good point. We're sounding like seasoned trekkers here.
Oh.
What about first aid and other essentials?
A basic first aid kit is a must.
Okay.
Include things like blister treatment,
Yeah.
pain relievers, any personal medications that you might need.
Yeah.
Sunscreen and insect repellent are also essential,
Okay.
especially for those sections that pass through the cloud forest.
Got it. Okay, so we've got our gear. We're feeling prepared. We're ready to hike.
Mhm.
Talk us through this experience. What are some of the highlights?
Well, one of the things that makes the Inca Trail so special is that it's not just about the destination, it's about the journey itself.
Oh, I like that.
You're hiking through these incredibly diverse landscapes, from lush cloud forests to high-altitude grasslands. You've got breathtaking views of snow-capped peaks, deep valleys. It's incredible.
A feast for the senses. Are there
Yeah.
specific sites along the trail that we should keep an eye out for?
Oh, yeah. The trail is dotted with these fascinating Inca ruins, each with its own story to tell.
Mhm.
You'll pass through ancient settlements, ceremonial sites, agricultural terraces that really show off the ingenuity and adaptability of the Inca people.
So we're not just hiking. We were walking through history.
You got it. And one of the most iconic spots on the trail is Dead Woman's Pass.
Dead Woman's Path.
Dead Woman's Pass. Yeah. It's the highest point on the Inca Trail,
Oh, wow.
over 13,800 feet above sea level.
That is high.
It's a challenge.
I bet.
But the view from up there is absolutely worth it. You're surrounded by these towering peaks, panoramic views of the valleys below. It's a moment of pure exhilaration and a reminder of the incredible journey that you've undertaken.
Okay, I'm adding that to my bucket list, and I know the trail leads to that iconic spot, the Sun Gate.
Ah, the Sun Gate.
Can you describe that experience for our listeners?
All right, so imagine you've been hiking for days, you're pushing your limits, you're immersing yourself in the beauty of the Andes.
Uh-huh.
And then early in the morning, you arrive at the Sun Gate. It's a stone doorway perched high above Machu Picchu.
Okay.
The mist clears, and you get your first glimpse of the lost city bathed in the golden light of dawn.
That is giving me chills, I can only imagine.
It's magical, that moment when you realize you've arrived at this legendary city after following in the footsteps of the Inca. It's a feeling of accomplishment, awe, and this profound connection to history.
Okay, I am ready to book my flight to Peru right now, but before we wrap up, any final words of wisdom for our listeners who are dreaming of their own Inca trail adventure?
Embrace the challenge. Yes. The Inca Trail is not for the faint of heart, but it is an experience that will push you to your limits and reward you with memories that will last a lifetime.
So true.
And remember, respect the site, respect the culture, and respect the environment.
Right.
This is a treasure that deserves our utmost care and appreciation.
Well said. And don't forget your camera. You'll want to capture every step of this incredible journey. Thank you so much for sharing your expertise and your passion for Machu Picchu. This deep dive has been truly inspiring.
My pleasure. And to our listeners, we hope you have the most incredible time on your own Peruvian adventure.
Happy travels, everyone.